to even ask about so Jerome mentioned earlier you've been in Silicon Valley, you live there, you work there. Now, for most people who obviously aren't really in the world of technology, we've all heard of Silicon Valley, and there's often these comparisons that yeah, Silicon Valley is like the new Wall Street in the sense of like today where technology is driving the economy and society forward. All of the big businesses and everyone is just that whole industry in Silicon Valley is the new corporate mega house and that. So what would you say to that? Can you compare it to Wall Street in the sense of like it has the same impacts as it did when America first became the biggest economy in the world? And how do you see Silicon Valley competing with them and going forward with it?
Wait, before he answers that, can I say something? That's it. Although I said money isn't the should be the driving force. The pay with American developers and UK developers actually has me a little bit jealous. That's literally just it, because there's such a huge disparity and it's just so unfair, especially in places like Silicon Valley.
Yeah, they get paid.
They get paid stupid.
Like my height, like I mean, I was making almost 200,000. Yeah, as a senior developer, when I was in Silicon Valley, I was making almost 200,000. It was. I didn't even know.
Senior developers here in the UK, if you're lucky, 7 figures, but I don't think so. It's not like that. But if you're lucky. But anyway, carry on. If you're
but yeah, I would say it's actually bigger than Wall Street. Like Silicon Valley is crazy, man. It's not just like California is the 7th biggest economy in the world.
It's got a bigger economy than our whole country now.
Yes. Yeah. Like, and that's all tech. Like tech, I mean, it's not just money, it's power and influence. Technology is in every part of our lives. It's in every business sector. It's in everything. And now since Corona, oh my gosh, like it's crazy. It's very fast paced. It's very much a shark mentality, especially if you're coming in there as an entrepreneur and trying to like make your presence known. Like I learned how to deal with sharks by living out in California. It was, they don't care. And it's so easy. It's so easy to become homeless and broke in California. Like
I've heard about that.
Yeah. Like people like, okay, let me tell you, like, there's a reason why California engineers get paid so much. If you make $115,000 or less, you qualify for government assistance. That's how expensive it is.
So that's like benefits here, right? Isn't it? That's
insane. If you make $115,000 a year, you are considered poor.
Imagine someone saying, "Hey, I make 7 figures. I need help from the government to keep afloat."
But like, imagine make like 115,000 for that same qualification in this country. It's only like you have to be underneath 18,000 to really have assistance. So 115,000. Why would you think? Why do you believe that the expenses are so high? Even just not just living expenses, but what
supply and demand. So you had the tech boom in the late 90s, mid-late 90s, and you had all these engineers. Now remember, there's not a whole lot of software engineers in the world to begin with. So you had the top paying ones in the whole world all coming to one area. So it's just like Hollywood, right? Hollywood's so expensive because you have all these multi-million-dollar actors in one area.
Yeah.
So what's the cost? If everyone's worth $5 million, if the average person is worth $5 million in Hollywood, what's the average cost of a house?
Got a point.
That's crazy.
So it's the same thing on a slightly smaller scale with Silicon Valley in the Bay Area. You had all these engineers coming in who made over $120,000 a year. That's why 115,000 is the baseline. So everybody, you got all these engineers making 120 up in one area. So if the cost of living, the average cost of living is a 6-figure cost of living.